everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are in the full throes of spooky season where every other day for the month of Halloween I am uploading a spooky themed video, and today is no exception. I feel like every time I film I lose another light bulb. These are like little skulls, and the bulbs are just blowing like crazy. I don't think they're gonna last much longer. Ah well, we'll crack on anyway. I hope that you are having a wonderful day and an amazing October, and I hope that you are excited about today's video. So today's video is all about sensitive people. I would class myself as a sensitive person. If you have been a subscriber for a while, you will have already seen my videos talking about experiences that I've had with spirits and ghosts. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to click on that little button if you enjoy this. If, like me, if you have ever experienced anything like this, you may well have been made to feel like you were a complete weirdo, or you probably just kept it to yourself because you knew that other people wouldn't understand. However, there are people that understand. Thankfully, there are some wonderful celebrities on this planet who have spoken out about their own ghostly encounters, which helps the rest of us look a little bit less crazy. So today I have 4 celebrities who have all been very open about their own experiences. I'm going to tell you their stories, and you guys let me know in the comments what you think, whether you've experienced anything similar, and just generally what your opinions are. Okay, so first up we have the singer Miley Cyrus. Now, back when she was doing a European tour, she rented a flat opposite of Harrods in London. So you know that that's not cheap. As is the case in a lot of London, a lot of the flats or apartment buildings there have been factories or general places of work, and this is no exception. The building that she was living in was an old bakery. And during an interview with the magazine Elle UK, Miley had described how when she was living in this flat, like really strange things were happening. She was having these crazy dreams at the time, and it wasn't just her that was experiencing. She's quoted as saying, "One night my little sister," it sounds crazy to tell you, "but she was standing in the shower and all of a sudden I hear her scream. I run in there and the water had somehow flipped hot, but it wasn't like the water had just changed. The knob had turned, but she hadn't turned it, and it was burning her. She was really red. Before I felt this, I thought I had seen a little boy sitting on the sink watching me take a shower, so I felt really freaked out. I was sitting there the next night, and maybe I'm crazy, but I could have sworn I could see this little boy sitting there on the sink kicking his feet." So whatever spirit this was is either pretty mean to turn the shower to boiling hot, so hot that your skin turns red and you're screaming, or could it just have been like a little kid ghost just playing around, just trying to get a bit of attention? I think I'd be more freaked out by a small kid. I don't know what it is about kid ghosts, but they really freak me out much more than adult spirits. And then she goes on to describe how her aunt came back to the flat and all of the windows and doors were open. Celebrity number 2 is another singer. We are talking about Ariana Grande. Now, she claimed to Complex magazine in 2013 that she had not just a spirit encounter, but a demonic spirit encounter. So her and some friends had been staying in what they considered to be a haunted castle in Kansas City, and they decided to go the following day to visit a local cemetery. And she described the experience as just having a general feeling of negativity around her. She also claims that there was a smell of sulfur really strong that appeared from nowhere, and that randomly flies appeared in her car. Now, she says that all of these signs, the sulfur, the flies, and then just the general negative feeling, are all signs to her that there was a demon present. Obviously, she gets super freaked out and says to her friends, come on, no, let's go. Before she goes, she has the presence of mind to roll the window down and shout, I'm really sorry for disturbing you, to whatever it is that they had, I don't know, woken up. And then as they are going to leave, she takes a picture on her phone. Now she claims that in this picture, you could see 3 distinct faces. In fact, and I quote, she calls them textbook demons. Now, when the journalist asked if she had the picture there, could they take a look at it, she claims that she had deleted the picture. But before that, she had tried to send the picture to her manager, but she couldn't send it because the file size was so big. And when she went into it, the file size was 666 megabytes. The reason she gave for deleting the picture was that all these weird things started to happen while she still had this picture on her phone. She claims that after this had happened, she would hear sounds when she was trying to go to sleep. When she closed her eyes, she would see really disturbing images. And that one night, she was trying to get to sleep and she rolled over and she saw a black mass at the side of the bed, which is really, really creepy. And the weirdest thing is that a friend of hers who was staying with her also had the exact same experience with this black mass and saw exactly the same thing. Our third celebrity is another singer. There's a theme here. There's a definite theme. I can see it. And in 2013, Demi Lovato did an article for BuzzFeed, and she claims that her house in Texas is most definitely haunted. In fact, she claims it's haunted by a little girl who goes by the name of Emily. And she wrote in that article, there were so many times when I saw her when I was growing up. I saw her in my closet one time. When I was 3 years old, my mum caught me talking to myself. She asked, who are you talking to? And I said, my best friend, Emily. She's playful. She'd probably be around 11 or 12 years old, maybe younger. She also said that there was another time that a friend of hers came over to the house, and things would happen all the time when her friends came over, like with electronics. And this one time her friend came over and she writes, her friend texted a friend saying, I think this house is haunted. A movie just turned on by itself. And there was a glitch in his phone that kept texting him back the word definitely over and over again. That happened about 30 times. Now that would freak you out, wouldn't it? That'd be so funny though. I know from personal experience, if you grow up in a house like that and you're surrounded by those things, you kind of become, not numb is probably the wrong word, but you don't really react to stuff like that when it's happening all the time. But when you have friends come over and things happen, they can freak out. So I bet her friend was scared when that was happening. She also writes, there was another time when my uncle was in the living room watching TV and a balloon came down the stairs and turned around on the banister. I have crazy footage of just orbs flying through the air. It's crazy stuff. So this definitely sounds like there is something in this house of hers. One of the things I like about Demi actually is that she's very honest about that she can feel this kind of thing. She also claims that it's not just in this house that she's able to pick up on spirits and things. Wherever she goes, she can get a feeling for the place. She can pick up if there are energy changes or vibrational shifts and things. And as someone who does that as well, like I get that. Like Demi. I feel like we could be friends with Demi. And fourth and finally for this video is the model Gigi Hadid. Now Gigi's story is an example of how we can all live in peace and harmony with those who have passed into the spirit world, particularly if you live in an older house where there's been many residents in the past. The chances are that there's still going to be some kind of residual energy knocking around. And she told Vogue that when she was growing up, she grew up in a very old house and she was given the bedroom up in the attic, which is strange because I watched something the other day and they were saying, I don't know whether it was Ed and Lorraine Warren I was watching. Anyway, they were saying that ghosts tend to stick to either the highest point in a building or the lowest point in a building, something to do with the vibrational frequencies in those points of buildings. So with Gigi having her bedroom in the attic, it would make complete sense that she would come across something if there was anything there. She claims that she would always hear these weird sounds coming out of the closet, and her dad told her that before they lived there, there was an elderly lady that had lived there as well, and they very much felt like the person who was haunting this house was the previous owner. But rather than being scared about it, Gigi and her family made friends with this ghost, and she would talk to it. She even used to offer to make it tea. I mean, how polite is that? How kind to look after your ghost in such a way. So next time when you see a ghost or you feel something, don't worry, you're not alone. There are celebrities running around out there who are also feeling the same thing as you. Thank you so much guys for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click on the like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does helps this channel to grow. And I will see you guys in the next video.